What do you usually do when you get an exciting idea? Most likely, you start thinking about how to make it a reality someday. Maybe when you have more free time, fewer things to do, or when you feel more motivated. In the best case scenario, you write down the idea and then it slips from your mind. In the worst case scenario, a few days later you forget about it and you go back to your daily routine as if the idea never crossed your mind. Hello and welcome to the Pro Real Life channel. Today we'll talk about an important question. When is the right time to start bringing your ideas to life? Before we dive into today's topic, let's take a moment to think back to the years between 2020 and 2022. Do you remember those times when you postponed pursuing your dreams, believing that a better opportunity has still to come? But then suddenly the coronavirus pandemic hit. And if that wasn't enough, a global political crisis led to economic challenges. It's entirely understandable that your big plans may not have worked out as you'd hoped during these uncertain times. The world's changing quickly, and so are people's relationships, values, beliefs, and life goals. What seems like a good idea today might not have the same value tomorrow. Unexpected external factors, such as pandemics or economic crises, can also come into play. But don't let these negative thoughts overwhelm you. You should accept reality as it is. If you go through life always expecting something bad to happen, you might never start anything until the very end of your days. The only right answer to the question of when to take action is here and now. The sooner, the better. Because the perfect moment never truly arrives. Not only external factors, but also everyday life solutions can disrupt your plans. For example, today you may have a job and plan to save enough money in a year to quit and start pursuing your dream. But life can throw surprises your way. During the year, you may enter a relationship, and then a child might be on the way, causing you to put your dreams on hold indefinitely. The first crucial point to understand is that there's never a perfect moment. Something will always come up and get in the way. That's why you need to take time for your dream in your current situation. To achieve this, you must learn to prioritize your dream. To make it clear what prioritizing means, let's consider this situation. Imagine you're walking down the street and suddenly you realize you urgently need to find a restroom, or you might have an accident. If you've been in this situation, you know that at that moment nothing else matters. Your destination, punctuality, and pending tasks are the last things on your mind. Right now, your top priority is finding a restroom. Why? Because you understand that wetting yourself would be much worse than any other inconvenience. So you're on a mission to find that restroom. You're scanning for open cafes, looking out for blue porta potty nearby, and checking for any secluded spots around. When something becomes the top priority in your mind, nothing can stand in your way. It doesn't matter if there's a pandemic or if your country's going through economic difficulties, your focus is on your goal, and you're determined to achieve it. You can't justify wetting your pants in the middle of the street by saying you didn't have enough time. The perfect moment never came, or politicians made things complex. Because you know these are just excuses, not valid reasons. Prioritizing your goal or dream means treating it as crucial as the urgent need to find a restroom. If you look at the lives of remarkable people, you'll notice something they all have in common. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. Let's take a look at Steve Jobs to illustrate this point. He had a deep passion for technology from a young age. When Steve was just about 12 years old, he decided to create a frequency counter, a device to measure signal frequency for a school project. He faced challenges, he didn't have much money, and he didn't have any connections to help him. On top of that, he had plenty of school and household chores on his plate. Many students would have given up on the project or delayed it. But what did Steve do? He was determined to create that frequency counter, and he treated it as a top priority, just like someone urgently searching for a restroom. He grabbed the home phone book and found a person named Bill Hewlett, a co-founder of Hewlett-Packard, the company behind HP laptops and computers. He found Bill's number and gave him a call. Steve asked Bill if he had any spare computer parts because he needed them to build a frequency counter for a school project. In the end, Bill not only provided him with the necessary components, but also offered Steve a part-time job in his company's assembly line the same summer. Now, let's consider another example. Elon Musk. He's the kind of person who, once he sets a goal, is determined to achieve it no matter the circumstances. At one point, he faced a critical decision. Everyone was advising him to choose between Tesla or SpaceX and sell one of these companies, otherwise he would go bankrupt. Musk didn't wait for a better moment, and he didn't listen to the advice he was given. Instead, he made both companies his top priorities. He sacrificed sleep and leisure, dedicating himself fully to managing both companies. As a result, Musk didn't sell either of them and avoided bankruptcy. He acted swiftly and successfully saved both companies. What if Elon Musk had followed others' advice, hoping that things would miraculously work themselves out? None of the great people wait for the perfect moment to fully commit to something meaningful. So why should you? Take a moment to check your notes right now. If you don't have a habit of writing down your thoughts and ideas, it's time to start. Begin today. Afterwards, review all the ideas you've put on paper. Pick up the ones you can easily fit into your daily routine and start working on them. Take it slow and don't rush. Gradually, make progress towards your goal by taking one small step each day. From this day forward, commit to stop making excuses. Whether your country is going through an economic crisis, you're facing personal challenges, or experiencing work-related stress, don't let anything stand in your way or pursuing what matters most to you, just as nothing can prevent you from finding a restroom when you urgently need it. If necessary, be willing to sacrifice an hour of sleep, reduce the time you're spending playing video games, or perhaps cut down on weekend bar visits. Prioritize what truly matters. Some people choose to wait for Bitcoin to drop to a lower price when it was $10 each, but that moment never came. There are those who postpone starting families and having children for years or even decades, waiting for the right time that never seems to come. Some delay using their hard-earned savings for travel until retirement, only to pass away before enjoying it. Others believe they need to wait a little longer for better circumstances to start their own business, but years pass as they wait. Truth is, a better moment than right now may never come in your life. So get your thoughts in order, make your dream a top priority, and start taking action today. Think of working toward your dream as an integral part of your daily routine, something you unquestionably know you need to do. This leaves no room for excuses or avoidance. Feel free to share your goal and tell us about your first step in the comments below. You've been watching the Pro Real Life channel. If you've been waiting for a sign from above to start pursuing your dreams, consider this your sign. It's time to gather your thoughts, define your dreams and goals, choose the one that truly matters to you, and take the first step today. Take the second step tomorrow, the third the day after, and so on. Every day. No excuses or procrastination allowed. Just like when you need to use a restroom, you don't hesitate. You get up and go. Similarly, stand up and make progress towards your top priority. Put everything else aside and embrace a happy, fulfilling life.